I'm an accidental coach. I was never going to be a coach. I didn't play the level of rugby that you guys did. Like, I do other things, and I did law and all that sort of stuff, but all I wanted to do was be accepted as a rugby person. I think we made so much progress that we got that, make that stadium full, that we changed lives out on the Cape Flats. When I do get fired, because we know that's inevitable.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, look, the credits, I swiped a bit this season from the credits.
It's our birthday. We're gonna party like it's our birthday. Hey guys, welcome to your number one rugby podcast. You know who it is. This is Juan de Jong in the building, and next to me is the one and only.
It's crazy, guys.
There we go. Birthday time.
Partner.
Hey, partner.
1 year on the line consistently.
365 days, 12 months in the building. I don't know how many seconds it will get there as well.
Happy birthday, boyki.
Yo, it's been a while. It's been a while. Happy birthday, man. Number one.
I don't think it's to us, partner. It's happy birthday to the Ruckers.
Much appreciated.
Well done, guys. 1 year on the line. We've made it. We're a big deal. Thank you, Mama.
Mama, we made it.
Mama, we made it. What a year, boyki.
What a year it's been, a partner. Obviously, just looking back, the memories.
Humble beginnings.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Hey, talk about that first episode. Huh?
Let's reminisce a little.
Let's take it
let's have a look. Welcome everyone to the first episode of Behind the Ruck. We are very excited to have you guys. I am Rudy Page. Next to me is my co-host Juan de Jong. Welcome, my friend. How are you feeling?
Thanks, Rudy. Really, really excited. We've been planning this for a couple of months now. The names, when we came up to the couple of names, I can't remember what the names was again.
It was something about the sweet and the salt and the long and the tall. I don't know what names. It was terrible.
Yeah, it was
but
terrible.
I think we found something that is obviously catchy and that sums up what we try and achieve for the show. Is having a view of rugby. And I think from my past experience in rugby, Behind the Ruck is the best view of the game.
100%, yeah, because we started with Behind the Breakdown, but that sounds like a midlife crisis.
Hey, but I was boring you.
Welcome to your number one rugby
Ruckers, I apologize for that first episode. I was dull, I was boring. I was like a lamp when it was load shedding. Super sorry. Super sorry. I'm much better now, okay?
We're moving, yeah.
Yo, buddy, but what a year.
What a year it's been, eh?
From forgetting a cable.
Yo, yeah. A cable, yeah, with JC Maas, eh?
JC Maas.
And then the Ruan Pino.
Not pressing record.
Piney, thank you.
Sorry, Piney. What has been for you the past year the most memorable stuff that we've done?
Yo, it's thanks to the Ruckers, but also thanks to our guests, for coming on and sharing a little bit of why we started this, to inform people, to educate people.
Yes.
And I had a blast, eh? Spending a lot of time with you.
Too much.
I must actually happy anniversary to you, eh?
I feel soon, eh?
Yeah, but was the present.
Sit down, okay. I think, buddy, especially Marvin Ori, our first guest on the show. Then to most of our friends always saying yes to coming on the show. The Ruckers coming on board with almost 12,000 subscribers. Ruckers, enetjie van die vir julle. Okay. And then today, our 1 year anniversary. Oh.
Yeah, and we set ourselves goals. We said 200.
200?
It's possible.
It is.
Believe.
Come on.
Believe it. Come on.
And Paddy, I actually, Ruckers, I'm not going to get set, I'm not going to get deep, but it's important that I'm honest on our show.
Yes.
When we started that first day, I remember that at the time I was going through a difficult time in my life. I think I was retired. I didn't know what is next. Was it to be corporate? Must I study? Where do I find myself in life? And then spontaneously, Behind the Ruck happened. And a year later, I must say, Ruckers, I'm...
Yes.
I've got passion. I'm enjoying everything
100%,
again.
yeah.
So
I don't
behind
know.
the ruck has also helped me, buddy.
Yes, and I don't know why we were scared, man. And shout out, man. We were brave enough to say, let's get step 1. Okay, episode 1.
Gatos.
Gatos, yeah.
Okay.
And while we talk about Gatos, okay, guys, Behind the Ruck is supported by SuperSportBET, the one, the only SuperSportBET.
Hey.
And also then we got our apparel sponsor, Old School. Okay, I've got the white one, looking good, eh? The Springboks played in the white kit, so I've got the white one.
Nice,
Okay,
look at that.
Old School.
And it's still sitting where
it?
everything must
it?
be, yeah.
Mr. Muscle Spray.
It's like a doily back in the day on a couch. That is what it's looking like right there.
Slow that down, yeah.
Boykie, but exciting weekend.
Exciting weekend, yeah. Yes.
Test match rugby.
You
We were
love
up
that
at
place.
Lobsters.
You love that place. The URC final, you were there. Ireland versus South Africa, you were there. You like that place.
I'm spending more time in Joburg currently, Ruckers, than at my house with my wife and my kids. But I have to do it. Okay, I must do it.
Incredible time, eh? And we were so lucky. You know, seeing the boys, obviously not up close, but I mean, we were in and around. We had like access, you know, on the field, you know, seeing the warm-up, spending some time with the fans, okay? The fans is very important when it comes to behind the scenes. Because we don't usually, we played for years, 15, 16, 17-year career, and now we get that experience.
No, Ruckers, me and my partner, just to make sure that you guys understand what we're talking about. This past weekend, we were part of SuperSport.
Yes.
We interacted with the fans. We had a bit of games on the side with the fans. We got to see the players up and close in the warm-up. And then in the stands with the fans, watching our beloved Springboks. Number one, world champions, beating Ireland. Let's go!
And we go.
Okay, sorry, that was loud. I was but aggressive, sorry.
And we're going back to back.
Ay.
Back to back. Hey. So we're going to Durban, lekker.
Yes, Durban
okay.
box.
Okay, so we go copy and paste. Okay, so guys, if you're in and around Durban, okay, come out. You'll see those two rugby players with mics. They'll be running around there with the crowd interaction. Power Ranger challenge.
Lekker.
And Dash and Dash challenge.
Lekker.
Okay, we're going to have some fun. So join us, okay? Very
and
important.
talking about lekker Ruckers, today is not just about birthday celebrations, okay?
Yes.
So I want to give you the lineup quickly. What is happening in this 1-year anniversary episode? We have is he the darling of Cape Town? The mayor of Cape Town? But John Dobson on the show to share his story and how he sees things and how he's turned around the boat with the Stormers franchise.
Stormers head coach, John Dobson.
That big deal.
AKA Dobbo.
Yes.
Oh, is it it?
Yep.
Woo.
Okay.
Okay, as inspired coach. Okay, I'll leer een of twee keer.
So that is absolutely exciting to
Incredible.
chat with
Wow.
you. We're going to talk about the fixtures. There's some exciting international rugby coming up again. We're going to get into depth with that. And then we got our SuperBet picks. SuperBet picks. That's it. But a lekker easy episode. But I think this is going to be a fantastic one. So sit back put on your seatbelt, and enjoy another fun-filled episode of Behind the Ruck.
Let's get going, okay? Let's get going.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Yo, we got to work on it. We'll work on it.
Wow.
We'll work on it, okay?
It's like our flame in life. I don't want to burn out.
And guys, let's get straight into it. Let's get to the URC winning coach. Okay, let's go. It's showtime. Up next, John Dobson.
Partner.
Here we go.
Big deal, Ruckers. We have the main man in Cape Town. Okay, he's the most loved guy in Cape Town on the show today. Dobbo. Dobbo, welcome to Behind the Ruck. How are we doing?
Why is it taking so long to get me here? Do you not like me? No,
We have to start with the players first because before we get to the top.
No, but you guys are famous. Like I said, you guys are famous now. But if you haven't been on this, you haven't made it to the rugby class. That's true.
Dobbo, we try and keep our seatbelt on and not let our ego get out of the seat. So.
How's things with you?
No, lekker. Good, lekker. We've just been on the field in the mud and the rain, but it's okay. I mean, it feels weird playing Currie Cup now, but everything's lekker. We're good.
So coaches don't get off season.
Oh, that's my question, partner.
So no break for you?
No, we had a week off to go to Prince Albert and tussen my eie mense. No, but it's crazy. We're going to Currie Cup now. Then we start. I mean, this is how crazy the season is now. The Currie Cup final is down for the day that we play our first URC games. You played URC. URC is now our bread and butter, isn't it? It's what our lives are. Unfortunately, I mean, I'd love it to be Currie Cup. We still remember, we played last year, we played a few times, the clips of the famous, what is the dance?
The Gangnam Style.
The Gangnam Style and the pose.
Used to irritate the hell out of me, Dobbo, but let's leave it there.
But now we go straight. So that's what happens if, look, we won't make the Currie Cup final, but I mean, if we did, it'd be crazy. So and then we go straight into URC, play those derbies over Christmas, and it's a long season.
Yeah.
So basically, you are working
365 days.
How are you managing your time, though, Dobbo?
Juba knows me well enough that I managed to get my fun kreefgat every now and again, a little breakaway. No, but I think it's tough because we definitely, I and some of the other coaches, and would deliver a worse product. As you get more tired, you don't get that lekker plan or idea or move or I'm going to do with us as a team, because you start being, you get into a levensmode, you know what I mean? You just want to survive and get through the week, and it's not good, no.
And next up, what's the Currie Cup looking like? So who are you playing up next, and what is the team like? Do you still play like senior players, or what's going on?
Quite good record, so I played one, lost one. No, we lost to the Bulls in a monsoon. Terrible. I mean, yes, Juba must make some, both of you both Springboks, you both played a lot of Carrick. It must make you guys, I'll ask you a question now, it's your show, a bit sad to see 100 people in Cape Town Stadium for a Bulls Stormers game.
Yeah, North-South derby.
I spoke about it to my father, Dobbo, over the weekend, where Currie Cup, you knew, yes, if I get one cap, I'm going to play against Springboks on the weekend. That used to be early 2008, 2009, 2010. Like Springboks were playing Currie Cup, the boys who weren't selected for the test. You know they're going to have to double up and going to play for their province. So it is a bit of a sad thing to see that there's no more people in the stadium, Dobbo.
I mean, you could always say about someone, he had for VP gespeeld, he played for province, and that just meant something, you know what I mean? And to me, it doesn't now, because we're actually trying to fill it. It's almost feel like a club coach, you're phoning, do you know somebody, for SK Vormers, Bibi, he knows another Skaramonka, Labib can he come and play? I mean, in the old days, they used to read their names in the newspaper. I'm chosen for VP,
Hopefully we'll pick up, man. Playoff time, semi-final final.
It does get some life then, It does get some. He's a bull, he's a bull.
Yeah, he's a bull. Altitude matters.
Dobbo, I've been staying in 2 years for Cape Town now. I'm staying 2 years in Cape Town, Dobbo, so I'm trying to get some love for, I'm trying to get some love for the Stormers, but it's been tough. It's been tough.
Dobbo as well. Just quickly, let's get to international rugby. Okay, let's get to green and gold. Obviously, looking at last weekend, were you at the game? Did Shasha and BJ give you tickets? Come on.
No, I don't want to go to Pretoria. Why would you ever want to go to Pretoria?
It's not a lekker place up there.
It's 1,400 feet. No, I wasn't. Because we had captain's practice. We had the game on Sunday here, so I had to be here for that. But yes, it was an intense game, wasn't it?
Intense game, yeah. Thoughts on the game? Thoughts on obviously it's the world champions versus the king of Europe's. The hype was been there for a couple of months now, and looking at the players, looking at that game, a lot of changes when it comes to defense with Flannery coming in, with attack, with Tony Brown coming in. What have you seen when it comes to attack and defense and the changes?
I agree with you, Juba. I was surprised. I thought that, I know there was so much in this game personally. I think we can't look past that Chasing the Sun video where Rusty, after that game, they lost in the pool. And they're singing it, saying your hair, the fans, you could see Rusty, and you know what Rusty's like. He remembers everything, So I thought this game was good. I know from speaking to some of the guys in the camp that they wanted to destroy Ireland, not just win. So it was a very personal game. They're only number 1 versus 2, like Juba said, that they're the only team that lost to in the World Cup. A lot of, like, even at the URC level, there's a lot of, so not hatred's the wrong word, but there's a real rivalry building.
And feeling.
SA versus Ireland, it's whether it's us against Munster, the Bulls against Leinster. There's just a lot brewing around Irish. We think they're the All Blacks of our old All Blacks. They cheat, they knock you off the ball, they slow the ball down, they're clever. So I thought the Springboks wouldn't mess around this week. I thought we'd go really old school and steamroller. Yeah, but in that first half we were lateral.
Out the back and stuff like that.
I was surprised at that. I thought Rusty wouldn't take niks wagie. Just donder them. But we didn't go like that, did we?
And Dobbo, you guys play a similar way where you guys obviously, you guys want to put a smile on Cape Town. Is it lekker for you to see the box having a go, moving the ball, playing coast to coast?
Yes.
I want to see running over them. I want to.
Okay.
No. Look, I'm exactly. Of course, that's the way Springbok rugby must evolve, and we want to feel because it's not the most exciting rugby. And I do think as teams get better, like the Irish are stopping mauls, they're really illegal with it, the way they pull back and swim around. We're going to have to find other solutions, And if they cheat like they did on Saturday in the scrum, I thought they were really clever. So if you watch it on the engage, which side was it? It was Furlong. He would go right down quickly. So and then as Ox tried to keep it up, he would push it in. So it was, if we need to have other solutions. So we do need to evolve. I just didn't think we'd take a chance.
So soon.
But what we have done, and probably Juba, you were a forerunner of it, we're starting to realize in our rugby that our X-Factor players who weren't given opportunities before, maybe in South African rugby, that they are the key. That's where the Stormers game actually, I think, has been useful, that we discovered, but maybe chance, because Juba, you're part of the journey. We started to learn to chase kicks. If we chase kicks well under Doc Venter, then we learned, okay, if you chase kick well, they make a poor exit, then the game's on. We're in chaos, we can play, we can jaw. And I think the Springboks are going down a similar way. Now that you've got the opportunities for Kirtley and Gaza and Chessie, it's a rugby's missed a trick for 30 years by not giving guys like that opportunities. But now I think we're in that space.
And even, I'm going off topic, your partner, even seeing Sia carry, like the way he carried in the outside channels, because I remember when we played Craven Week, that early stages when he just started playing for the Stormers, his carrying ability is amazing.
Yeah. It's
and just to see
yeah.
that Saturday again, how Tony, like, find spaces for him to attack backs and run onto
he
backs.
puts himself in the wide channel, but not only the carrying, but the soft touches as well. We haven't seen like guys like Eben and Sia giving those soft touches out the back, you know. So they've changed it a little bit. Obviously, they're going 4 runners now of 9 and 4 runners of 10, which kind of you have to get those big forwards, soft touches out the back.
Yeah, I agree. I think you're spot on, Ju. I mean, I would never have thought of that. I would have thought the Springboks would be like trying to carry just between the 15s, why waste? Peter Steff is one of the highest work rate forwards in the world. Why waste him out there? But it's very clever because you are running onto small backs and you can hold the ball up and make. I mean, didn't Nakala Vuki used to do that? I know he's a wing, but he did that for the Stormers. Do you remember him? He used to hold one guy away and just like the popper, and that's exactly what Peter Steff did on the weekend. So it does require the forwards that are there to work very hard, though, because you're going to get to turn the ball over unless those guys are doubling up and making repeat cleans if you've got 2 guys out the wide the whole time.
And talking about the attack as well, because you specialized obviously in breakdown. Playing this type of play, the attacking breakdown was a little bit of a problem. You've got Van der Vlier and the boys that was over the ball. What is the difference in where should the focus area be? Should it be now cleaning out and making, or should it be getting into position much earlier?
No, I think what the Springboks are going to get, and we've got the size to do it, is they need to do, Juba, what we've talked about is move the bodies of the breakdown, that we're going to have to axe, like really hurt them, put them on the ground, clean deep. So it messes up their fold, that they don't want to hang around there, because as soon as we park, then they start swinging around or getting their hands over the top and slows down. And if that ball gets slows down, then we have to kick it, because in the defense set and Peter Steff and Sia won't get those runs. So I think we can be, I know the Springboks were playing with it last year. I think they'll do more now, is to get a really nice deep clean. You have to be careful, because sometimes the referee can say you're going too fast past the ball.
I'll pin it.
Yeah, I'll pin it. But that's why you're refereeing. What league do you referee?
I'm still at under 19 C's, Dobbo.
2031 World Cup, here we go.
No ways. And Dobbo, look at, obviously, if you got, I want you to keep your coach's hat on. Look at the past week, right? Rashi's obviously picked the same team.
Copy and paste.
Copy paste.
Is it? I haven't seen.
100% the same team, the most kept Springbok team ever going into a game. Would you change anything going into the second test now that Ireland has seen a little bit about how that we play with and how we can play out the back deep and across? Would you change anything?
Yeah, look, I think I'd be incredibly more. I don't think for the good of South African rugby, it was good what we did last week. But I think for the importance of this series and beating them 2-0, I'd be more direct. Echia trying to get that offload across the turn, about to make a 22-meter entry. I'd say be incredibly direct, and I presume they're in the referee's ears about the way they slowed the ball down. Because you ref, Roots. The guys were coaching the Irish, I felt, away 7, away 6 to Peter.
But the ball is slow already.
100%. So I presume that's the message. And I think there was a lot of cheating at scrum. We got them in that one scrum, but I thought we'd get much more return earlier than we did in the scrums.
And that scrum, it was like a mall.
Yes, Coach Dan must have been extremely happy. Coach Dan, take them to the harbour. Kos daar nie met 'n vinger.
Ek just hawe toe.
Vat hom hawe toe, kos daar. Ek
hawe
love
toe.
it. Yes. And people was on Fafi's case. I know, obviously, a lot of the Twitters and whatever saying, but they were so messy at breakdown time that I felt for him, actually. Because he either had to jump over someone or he had to go and crap the ball out. And I know by the looks of what Tony Brown, he wants to bring 9 as part of a threat. Bringing an extra number into the attack. So I'm excited to see that play of the 9s with Tony Brown. Maybe we can see if we can fix our breakdown this weekend against Ireland. If you can see Faf or Granty coming off the bench with 25, 30 minutes. Speed, finding an extra number in our attack. Here's exciting times in SA Rugby. Damn it.
Yeah, but I think that breakdown is now where I think the All Blacks did it to us last year once. Well, maybe it was where they just mess up, and we did it to Ireland. They call it. Can you swear on this? They call it the. Jacques used to call it the legal fuck show. The legal F show. Which is where that's where the Springbok Jacques changed his defence a lot from when Juba had him at the Stormers, where it was much about line integrity and Crusader rucks and green rucks where we stayed out. These guys, Springboks, are now putting the tackler's got to tackle and get back in, and it's another guy. And they've got a Ruck and pluck and all that. Because the Irish are a multi-phase team. So we do that to them. You slow them down, they're easy to defend. But now teams are doing to us. And that's a challenge.
Yeah, it's a massive challenge, yeah. And looking from a Stormers point of view, Cape Town boys, 50% of those teams actually guys that came through your system, Sia and Peter Stephen, Eben and Dukes and the boys. How lekker is it to see these boys, getting their 50 caps, going closer to 100 caps and just performing?
Yeah, look, I wish they were still, Juba, you saw the drama we went through at the West. We lost a lot of good players for reasons probably out of our control. But no, that makes it, look, they're great. I don't think there's one Stormer guy other than Juba. No, but these are all good guys. I think what makes us very proud is that like a BJ Dixon, I know it's only one game and only Wales, but Sasha and that, and if we can keep making Springboks, and I hear Andre Hugo is called up this week, isn't he? Maybe I was meant to say that there's rumor, not for this game, but I so that's important for us, that because this area, I mean, you guys are from this area has always been a Springbok sort of factory, and it's important we show that, so it's lekker for us.
And guys, the last thing on the box before we move on to Dobbo's
impressive let's carry on the box. Let's carry on the box.
It must be exciting for you, Dobbo, as a coach, knowing if the box are moving in this direction. You have guys like Sasa, who's got ability, like skills. Then you got Gaza, you've got Mani Lebok, Warwick Galant, who I think is still has a dream to become a Bok. Those boys can actually flourish in the way that where Tony Brown is taking our rugby with attack.
Could not agree with you more. And that's where South African rugby, to my mind, was been poor for too long, is understanding those players, giving those guys opportunities. So that's, we always said, what changed New Zealand rugby was when they, in the early 90s or whenever it was the early 90s, when the Pacific Islanders or the South Sea Islanders got incorporated and properly included in, that changed them. That's when they became unbeatable. The traditional All Black team of the 70s wouldn't have been able to live with a team. And now finally we understand that we've got these X-factor guys in our own country. Guys weren't given opportunities before. These guys are, what Galant can do, I don't think he knows what he's going to do.
His teammate doesn't know what
he does. But it's brilliant because otherwise, how do you unlock defenses now? Otherwise, you're going to look like rugby league. We just keep coming around the corner. We need these guys with X factor like this.
Yeah, and moving to Stormers rugby. Let's get to the hardste punt.
You're just smiling, eh? You're quite smiling.
You are she winning coach. Come on.
Yeah, fair enough.
Long time ago now.
Talk about the 3 years. How's it been? Ever since URC started in season 1, your chapter so far?
Yeah, look, we obviously probably got a bit lucky and overachieved in the year 1. I mean, Juba, you won that first tour. It was tough.
Yeah.
We were down there. I think we were second. I think we're bottom of the log at one stage, rather on the Lions thing. And then we sort of, I think we discovered a game model almost, but I can't say we designed it, but we got our game model absolutely clear, that we're a team who, we obviously have a good pack, but we want to work hard off the ball to create opportunities, like I said, to chase kicks, so that they make them exit poorly, and then we can play and create the chaos. And that became, and I think we're seeing some of that in the signs of the Springbok now. I think the second year we lost a couple of players, but we were a bit better. Even though we were 3 minutes from winning the final, but we proved we weren't a flash in the pan, which is important. If Marnie doesn't get charged down in that last, we probably would have got over the line. We were poorer without Warwick because he was so important to us. And then this last season was a tough one for us. I know we lost the quarterfinal, but to go to Glasgow without Evan Roos, I say Evan Roos because that's how Achiever pronounces it. He comes from Joe Slover, my Brock. He says Brock. So he went there without Dion Ferry, without Brunner, without Brunners, without Gaza, without Evan Roos, a couple of other guys, and I thought, it wasn't our best season. In the first year everything bounced for us and geholp. The second season we're probably fair enough and we're close to winning. This season went completely the other way, but I think we still proved we belong. If you go to Glasgow without those players, and to my mind come quite close. I know the score was an end, but we were in that game right to the end. I think we've proved we at the top table. I think now we just need to make sure. But what I have learned about rugby now is you've got to host the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I think Japanese top league, whatever it's called, Super Rugby, the Investec Champions Cup, the URC, and the English Premiership. Of all the, I think they're 19 or 18 games, and only once did the away team win a playoff. So it's so loaded against the away teams. It's Glasgow was the one that won it.
Yeah, and Munster had won quarterfinal, semi-final, and final away.
So we have to host. That's exceptional. Munster's exceptional. Glasgow did it, but for the rest, and also for the people of Cape Town, we have to host it.
And Dobbo, then I want to talk quickly about, especially that start you guys had in your last season, that 4 games on tour.
On tour,
As a coach, right? And I know as a player, it's never nice. But as a coach, what do you go through when you plan? You've done all the planning. I have to get a certain amount of points out of my tour to go back. How do you handle that as a coach?
Again, you guys have been there. It's a horrific world. So let me give an example. You go to Treviso. Now, on tour, we would identify Treviso as a game. So we knew Glasgow away on a 5-day turnaround with all 15s. I mean, they're a big team now, Glasgow. I mean, everybody's international. The guys that aren't Scottish, and it's Cancellieri's an Argentinian international. Dempsey's a Wallaby. So we knew we wouldn't get Glasgow probably, but with Treviso we went for. So we went to play in Treviso. Now we're playing on a Saturday lunchtime, lekker. Sunday we're off. So I booked the tickets for Venice. The guys can go on the train down to Venice. Like you want to give it. They're in Italy. They're on tour. They're young. They're wild. They're free. And then we go and lose in the last minute to Treviso. Now the whole place just suck on my car. No
morbid.
I tear up the train tickets.
Nice.
All the stuff you shouldn't do. So. No, because you did right to ask the question, Rudes, because that was like a knife to our throat for the rest of the season because we're then bottom of the log. So you can't rotate. So you know that feeling. So you can't, let's say, give Connor Evans a game ahead against Ruben because Ruben's your number 1 lock or Saman's your number 1 lock. So Connor gets less rugby. So the team starts stratifying between the guys who are playing and the guys who are not playing. Which I think in that second season, we actually did a great job. We said, okay, Jibba, you starting this game, bench this one, off that game. But now, because you've lost 4, and the pressure's on, and the coaches become grumpy, and the whole thing becomes more desperate, it was a poor experience. And we're not good like that. We must... Okay. I'm not good like that.
Feel them, Because you've got your philosophy is obviously, part of us.
That's exactly it.
Piece of belonging. What is your method and what's the thinking around it, getting the guys together and creating that piece of belonging?
To me, the belonging's the key. I think if I was to grade myself or ourselves as a project, this was our worst year like that, just for the reasons we've talked about. Because I don't think you feel like you belong if you're never chosen. You know what I mean? But the key is the belonging. That a guy can feel like, no matter, he doesn't have to be a Springbok hero like you guys. If he's a junior guy, feels like he's got a voice, that he belongs in the room, that he can say, I don't know, or what about this idea, or let's try this move. That they feel part of it. And that's what I think has made the Stormers successful, because we don't have the money of the Bulls and the Sharks. We don't have the pedigrees. But I know that's why you just don't have to work anymore.
Wow. I'm going to put the seatbelt on Dobbo, okay?
That is our thing. To make Cape Town smile, there are 2 pillars to it. I don't want to bore you guys. Mission critical, which is the hard stuff. The gym, the recovery, the detail, doing your huddle and analysis work. And that was part of us, how we interact with each other, the people of Cape Town. And that has given us a why, because we're so lucky in the Cape. You guys are based here. Now, rugby's so big in this province. It may not be the same in other... And we don't belong to... No, we did an equity deal this year bought by this consortium. But I said to them, it doesn't matter who names on the share certificate or on the title deed. This team belongs to the immense van die Kaap.
People.
And so I think that's been good for us, understanding that and what we're playing for. And that helps us get off the ground. And it's a very, very important piece for us.
And Dobbo, has that always been now your coach? Because, I mean, you've always been successful. Vodacom Cups, SuperSport Challenge Cups, URCs. And I'm not trying here to blow you. I'm just asking from a philosophy point of view, that piece of... Is that what Dobbo believes?
Yeah, listen, I'll tell you something now. And I was just saying to you guys before we started, I'm not a great technical... I know that. I obsess by the team at night. Like, I'll worry about... take a random guy, where's Sionatla now? He's injured. Or Cornell Smith, he's not playing much. Shame, and he's having a tough... So I've got this document, where are they? And I grade every player, green, orange, or red. So red means that guy's feeling not part of us, And I'm good at that. And making us guys enjoy the program, I think. I don't think I'm a great technical coach, but I think if you've got the right staff, and I've got amazing people with me, like Rito, Normie, Labib, Adalia Davi, they're incredibly good coaches. So I can do that side of things. And I think that's where my relative success comes from, but I'm not a good enough coach. I can watch a game going wrong in the coach's box. I genuinely don't know what to do. It's like, they say if you're a pilot, if you see suddenly the pilot, the plane panicking, or something, you're going to crash. Well, that's me. So I'm not a great coach, but the environment's very important to me.
Yeah, and guys' characters, obviously, you've got guys that come in, diversity in Cape Town is massive. Achieva Daimani, Dennis Rotman, those type of guys, to make them part of the team, obviously, it's also a different challenge. And also in the same question is, how do you take guys at second stringers at other unions?
Yes,
bring in like Mani Labok and a few of the boys and make them Springboks.
But I think I think Jibby, were you around? We played a game in Durban was it the first URC? I think it was and Mani was horrendous. He was terrible. And we drew. Diamond did Gaza did an amazing run down the touchline. We got a try and we burgered a draw. And afterwards, I went to put my hand on Mani and I said, "Don't Mani, you're playing next week." And he just flipped. But the real truth was Tim Sweel was injured and Kate Volato was injured. Yeah. I said, I could go cuck on him, but it's not going to help. He's got to play next week. So I think, but that creating that environment where they felt they could be themselves and that we did believe in them. We genuinely believed in Mani. We wanted a fly who was flat and could attack. We knew the worst thing for any player is to say, listen, one game, poor game, and drop.
Yeah,
We're gone. I mean, Achiever's been up and coming, like he says, for 7 years. We said, listen, you know the feeling in South Africa. 7 years he's been promised. So I think that's important. That we've done very well with that now. I think we could probably get a bit better with it now. I think we went a bit too narrow this last year in giving other guys opportunity. I think we could get better with giving more guys opportunity. But it goes back to your question about the pressure and the tour. And people expected us to host playoffs, so that we weren't giving enough opportunities. Because, we could have played Sasha more, for example. I know he was injured a lot. The other guys, as well and down. Anyway.
Yeah, and also looking at next season, okay? URC number 4, you've got a couple of signings, only Kutsi and Shrikeling. There's not a lot. You guys have a lot. They sign. It's just more deal. What is the season looking like? Especially playing like Champions Cup. How are you going to go with the URC into a Champions Cup? Playing, you've got Racing and Toulon and all these boys coming as well. How do you balance that out in terms of, from the squad point of view?
So I think, look, we got 13 players have left, which is a lot. And only 2 in. So we're a much smaller squad than we were last season. So that's going to be a challenge with depth. Look, 2 fantastic. I mean, Kitsi. But to get Kitsi, I had to let Achiever go. And that's paining me a bit because Achiever speaks so much to who we are. The style of rugby, the transition play. Joe Slovo, half Jewish, half Nigerian. Stay cool. The metro, the fingernails, the gay pride fingernail, everything. So that's a blow, but I think to get the world's best loose head's probably worth it. And then JD Schikkeling, because we know to win in those tough European games, you need to almost have 2 packs. Yeah. And that was, so that's the logic. I think realistically, that European's going to be still tough for South African teams, and for us, especially with the thinner squad. Last year we played a game. We played Exeter in the quarterfinal, and we played Munster the next week. We were unbeaten for home games, for 21 home games. We got back to Cape Town after Munster. We're already in Cape Town. Do you know what I mean? So with the same players who'd just been stuffed up in Exeter. So we need to get more depth to be braver, be able to win URC games without playing us Kutsi every game, Kutsi France every game. And that's our challenge. I don't want to say this like defeatist, but Juba's playing Toulon Racing now are freakish. They've just got Owen Farrell. Harlequins beat Bordeaux, they're great. We're going to have to get our day job must be to get to the URC final again. And we just see how far we get in Europe. We try, but I don't think we can expect us to be. We're not there to go and play Leinster away on a Saturday and come back here and win a URC game.
I see, that is interesting to hear from, especially from the coach about the European Cup. Yeah, the planning. And I mean, I never thought of it about it, Juba, but it must be incredibly tough. Like the URC and then 1 week, and for France to travel to England, it's our flight off.
Yeah, exactly.
But we obviously, you need to leave on a Tuesday or Wednesday to go play in Paris or in Bordeaux. Then have to come back to, so it is a difficult thing, but I'm confident, Ruckers, that soon we will have a South African team winning the European.
That's got to be our goal for South African rugby now. It's one of those, to get the European Cup final.
100%.
We got the Challenge Cup. We got the Champions.
The Challenge Cup.
Challenge Cup.
I'm joking about the Sharks. But no, that is our, and I don't think those Leinsters and Toulouses away, it's big. And we have to get better there.
And double quickly on them, why are they still a little bit ahead, do you think? Is it because they can contract 50 to 60 quality people? Okay.
Right. So Toulouse, I can't remember who's got the most. One's got 29 and one's got 28 of Toulouse and Leinster. Internationals. Internationals. That's a way off. You know what I mean? People say you didn't play Leinster's main team, but there's 1,500 Leinster caps, 11 internationals in their so-called B team.
And talking about Toulouse sits with Thomas Ramos, Blair Kingon, Capuzzo, the Italian fullback, and they had Melvin Gemine, who also played for France. So they got 4. Gemine? Yeah, that's very good, guys. 4 international fullbacks in this squad. Obviously, Gemine has left to Toulon now, but to your point, it makes a difference.
We're going to be wild till we're there,
Yes, sim.
Zo, hè? We moeten groeien.
We get there. Partner, Dobbo has won everything, right?
Everything,
everything in South African rugby. He sits here with a nice big smile. I'm going to boost him, Ruckers. I'm going to make you feel like the champion of the world. But who is Dobbo outside of the coaching? I know you got 3 degrees.
Yeah, without that Stormers golf shit. Who's that guy, huh?
No, I feel like I'm an accidental coach. I was never going to be a coach. I didn't play the level of rugby that you guys did. I was one of those guys on the sideline in the scholar stands and watching every game at Newlands. I was like a fan. My dad was a referee, good referee. Cool. He was different to you.
Okay,
he was good. So I was just like a fan, and I just was coaching UCT 4th team, and so I was coaching the 4th team.
Started from the bottom, huh?
But that's not from so rugby was like I do other things, and I did law and all that sort of stuff. But all I wanted to do was be accepted as a rugby person, because of my dad. But I was never good enough, So that's coaching. Maybe other coaches like that. I wanted to just make my dad proud, and I wanted that VP jersey. For me to go from a guy who watched the VP all the time to coaching them, but when Juba was the captain, my first year I coached Currie Cup, he was the captain. 2015, we made the final with with not the best team, and we went to the line. And so that's important to me. But I think outside of rugby, I mean, I do like my writing and books, and I like trying to find also. I don't think I'm the best technical coach. I'm not Rassi and those guys. So if I can find other ways of inspiring people, I love that. That's.
And talking about writing, you got 2 books, eh?
Yeah, 2 books.
You have the Gherkin and
the Year of the Turnip. And the Year of the Beetroot's coming out.
Coming soon.
Yeah.
And where do you find time to write, Dobbo? With all the
writing's, you do need time. Because if you're going to be creative, you can't sit there, you can't sit there with your daughter climbing all over you and still be creative and fiction and know you've got to prepare a team talk for tomorrow. So that's a challenge. But when I do get fired, because we know that's inevitable.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, look, the credits. I swiped a bit this season from the credits. A few swipes. But that's the area I go, look, I go into. But there's something special about, it goes back to the sense of belonging. Like, I don't think I'm an individual, just to be part of a team and part of a culture and part of something. It's so lekker, That's why I like the rugby.
Yes, yeah. So and Dobbo, when you got your week off in Prince Albert, is it writing? Is it a bit of fishing? What are we doing?
No, I'm crazy. Okay, I want to bore you guys. Look, despite what I love going on the exercise. So it's a mountain bike or walking the dogs in the mountain. And my favorite thing's I've got a boat called the NAB. And so not today, but on the water is whether it's wakeboarding or fishing or diving or anything.
Adventurous.
No, it's adventure. It's like getting out.
Okay, quiet. That's so cool to know. Yes.
So when I did Prince Albert, I put the bike in the back of the car, the dogs, and we go Prince Albert, where Mikey's Fontaine, over to Sutherland, and by myself.
Active stuff, golf, pedal?
No, man.
Pedal.
You guys are trendy, too trendy. Pedal.
There's a few pedal courses in the southern suburbs, Dobbo.
I can see.
No, man, that's too desperate. And you drink your Vida afterwards. And I'm not trendy. You the hipsters. You two are the hipsters.
This one, yeah.
Dobbo, I'm an addict at the golf course and my wife hates it.
Are you a golfer, Juba?
Little bit.
Bad.
Little bit. Let's not go there. Okay, to be continued.
All the tools, no idea. Yeah.
Bad.
You gotta give that presence. Yeah. Dobbo, when you said you played a bit, eh? What was that? Was it loose forward? Was it?
I was a hooker. I was a cuck hooker. I got one cap for Western in 1988 as a reserve. And that's because the flank got injured. Because I only had two. You sat in the stand. I know you guys won't remember, but the reserves sat in the stand, like in the pavilion, with your boots on, and you go down and got an injury against Western Transvaal. So it wasn't exactly the derby for about a tour.
And you went overseas as well?
Yeah, I played in Portugal, which was really brilliant. The rugby nightlife was amazing.
Oh, yes,
Italy, and then I played at UCT, and I played for Northern's Avonwood in Elsie's River, which was you know what Avonwood is, near the airport. That was an experience.
So okay. And how was the darts? Was it okay?
No, we threw with one hand and anywhere. Like a ball.
I remember from my childhood there was a Chalmarie. You used to throw one hand. Was it Chalmarie?
We only threw one hand.
Yes, okay.
Old Super Springbok, a leather Super Springbok.
And always had a love for rugby, Dobbo.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, but it wasn't my life. I was coaching UC fourth team, and because I didn't want to lose, I was a half-player coach, and then they fired the first team coach, and the fourth team unbeaten. They said, come coach the first team, just like a caretaker till we find it. And then the game next week was the InterVarsity against Stellenbosch, and we won there for the first time in 42 years. It had nothing to do with me. I promise you, nothing to do with me. I couldn't believe it. The referee made a cut call at the end. The Stellenbosch was held up. Varsity win their first game for 42 years. We drink for 4 days, and they make me permanent coach.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, that's how it worked. Yeah.
Yes, huh?
Yes, I wish I could win the lotto like that. Dobbo future from Dobson. Yeah. What is still the dream for you? What does Dobbo still want to achieve?
Another URC.
No, it's this project here in Cape Town. Okay. So I think we've made massive progress. To see the people coming. Like I don't want to waste the time now. But I was dropping my wife at the airport, which is a lovely feeling. Really, it's the best feeling. It's better than fetching in my case. Juba's still in lung and in love or something and all that stuff. But I was dropping, and then this guy comes running up to me in his overalls. He's clearly a manual labourer before me. He said, "Gaan we Kaap toe?" And we're actually training that day in Stellenbosch. And I said, "No, I'm not." So I watched him running up to all these cars, and then he gets. So I called him back. I said, "What are you doing?" He says, "No, I want to go watch the Stormers this weekend, and I want to save my taxi fare, to go." So I'm just asking Ubers or anybody dropping somebody at the airport to get a lift back into Cape Town to get to. And I think that okay. So there's a Captain Reed from the task force says to me that when the Stormers win, which is a bad story, gender-based violence in Delft and Blue Downs drops. So. That bit of the project, seeing the Mensa back in Cape Town, it's not the old Newlands crowd of when I grew up. It's a different people now. And that I think we made so much progress, but I still think we still can get better. I want us to be a dynasty, like to win 2 or 3 URCs, to try and make host a big European playoff. That we got that, make that stadium full, that we change lives out on the Cape Flats. That's so I think we've done well, and we've made progress, but we're definitely not the finished article, We lost a quarterfinal away this year. That's not where we want to be. But we can we got the best talent in the world. I'm sorry, I know you went, but I know where you're from. We got the best talent in the world in the West Cape. And I don't mean the Western Province. I mean, if you start at Outeniqua or whatever, George,
That's where I'm from, Dobbo.
Is it?
Yes.
But you go up to the West Coast, the Boland, the SV. It's the most incredibly rich rugby talent with the most
in the world,
nowhere in the world. Also, do you get this support? You know, if you go, Scott Burger's playing in St Albans and we go and drink a beer there, he goes in the pub, nobody knows who he is. You know, if Scurra has a few beers here, which he's capable of, and he wants to lift home, the flying squad will fetch him. You know, it's just what rugby means to this region.
Yeah.
So that's this project to me. I'm never going to coach anywhere else. You know, when I get fired here or I decide I'm done then, because you won't get the same. You know, if you coach Panasonic against Yamaha, I'm not going to care what Panasonic beat Yamaha or not. You know what I mean? I can do the job, but nothing like what it means to us in this region. Yeah,
it comes from inside.
Yeah, you know the project, Juba. You've come from this region. What it can do to the people here, the opportunities. I'm not trying to give you a chasing the sun talk.
No.
It's genuinely,
it's
genuinely what I feel about this region. You know, we can be a model for. So there were 13 rugby clubs in District 6 before it got bulldozed in 1972, whenever it was. 13. Not one of them folded. Now, sorry, if my house now I got knocked over by a bulldozer and I got sent to go live in Mitchell's Plain, I'm not sure I'd join a gang.
Okay.
I definitely would. I mean, these guys kept playing rugby. The story of rugby in this region is so much. So just to get the pride back in it, because it was cucked to see Newlands go and us on the front page and liquidated and lost all you in 2 years. We lost Juba, Nemo, Cheslin, Earburn, you know what I mean? So we get the pride back in the rugby in this region now.
Yeah, this is powerful.
Amazing.
Dobbo, thank you very much for making the time. I know you're quite very, very busy, and I mean, what you've done for Stormers, Western Province is unbelievable. I can still remember, the first URC when we were still on tour, and like a couple of weeks you told us we might be kicked out of the URC. Those type of things. Yeah. The stuff you've done for Stormers Rugby has been incredible. So all the best. I know you're a little bit busy. And if there's any injuries at outside centre,
you're still fit.
You're done, boyki.
You're
done, boyki. Calm down, meneer, okay?
Thanks for making it.
Dobbo, just honestly, for me, it was lekker to get to know you.
Yeah, thanks, Ruud. I was hoping to see you on the coaching sideline this year.
One.
But
whistle in
it's fine. But they say he's the next Egan Seconds.
Shots fired, Ruckers. Dobbo is firing shots here in studio. No,
listen,
I want to give it a go. I don't know if I'll be any good at it, but I think it's a good way for me to serve rugby, and rugby's given me a lot. So that is kind of my thinking behind the refereeing, if it makes any sense.
No, like I was saying before, that you must do it, Ruud. I tell you, also to have you'll have so much respect, because we get there and we see this guy coming out with self-tan, some anemic Scotsman with self-tan and biceps the size of spaghetti pieces. You know, he's got no understanding of rugby, and that's Glenn Osborne was a good referee. I think, and he got so much respect for the players because they know. So to have ex-players, it's brilliant to go into refereeing, because it's our biggest. We spend so much time worrying and making videos, complaining about referees, sending emails to Tapa, sending emails to Mark Lawrence.
Yeah,
come on.
I will
ask him again when he loses. When you were there.
Chased out of Cape Town.
Can I say one serious thing? Your podcast, like I said to you before, is so well known. You guys are once. So bless you for sticking in the fight and look, I don't know a bigger rugby podcast in South Africa. I subscribe to it. It's like going to be on
Dobbo, man.
No, not being. Look, it sounds like a mutual appreciation society, but it's talked about everywhere. So well done, man.
Thanks,
man. And it's a 1 year.
Anniversary. Yes, yeah.
Take him to the Spur now for a cake.
You must take me to the Spur.
Dobbo, thanks. Hey, guys, that is John Dobson.
Yes.
Ooh, that was fun.
Probably our best interview, Dobbo.
Yeah, that was fun, eh? Dobbo looks nice and relaxed.
Yes.
Talk about a busy man. So much going on too, especially with covered a good couple of things when it comes to international rugby, but the Stormers as well. Just the insight of what's going on and what you went through, especially after this past couple of seasons here.
No, brilliant interview, brilliant chat, and the conversation with him was excellent. It was for me, not knowing him, getting to know him in the excellent partner. So, Ruckers, julle is gewax.
Hulle is uitgesort, hè?
You guys are sorted.
Ons kyk na julle, okay? 1 year anniversary, here
but
we go.
As rugby time, main thing stays the main thing.
Is it so time?
Kom ons praat oor die results, boykie.
Let's go to the results quickly. We started off, obviously, it was All Blacks versus England at 9:05. The score was 16-15. Tight one for the All Blacks. Then was Australia versus Wales at quarter to 12. It's 25-16. And then the big one, Springboks versus Ireland. Okay. Ooh, King of the world versus King of Europe. Can you believe it? At 5 o'clock, and the score was 27-20. That last one, Argentina, France at 9 o'clock, 13-28.
Okay.
Partner, that big one, we were there. We had a different view of it. What was popping?
Excellent rugby game. I think South African fans can be extremely excited by the way that we played the game. Our ability to move the ball around, to play, I think, I don't want to say it, but a All Black-like attacking way.
Yes.
Where the All Blacks back in the day used to play, and obviously Tony Brown's
influence makes a big difference. Eh?
You can see it. And
you can see it, yeah. And we're not used to it actually, because we basically got 4 runners of 9 now. Sometimes Doogsy or Apollo steps up to 10, and we played 4 runners of 10 as well, forwards as well. Playing the third guy, out the back, lead runner, and then we got Sia Kulisi, Peter Steve, the two in the white channel. Something different. We haven't seen that.
Extremely different. And Ruckers, for me, the things that stand out is the depth that we played both. Like the ball goes back and back.
Lead runner back.
And the passes is shorter, which I am a big fan of. I hate long passes in the game of rugby. That just creates time for defenses to come across and to read you easily. But I'm extremely happy, but it makes me worry, partner, about previous coaches in South Africa. Did we have the right coaches? Not at the Springboks. I'm talking about lower levels that could teach our X-Factor players like Dobbo just spoke about. Big onus on the coaches to step up and to learn from a guy like Tony, so we can equip our kids, especially in high schools and under 19, under 21 levels, with the right tools so they can make it to the top.
To the top, yeah. And I must say, Tony Brown has got vast experience. He's been around for forever, pretty much, when it comes to rugby game. He's been at the Stormers, so he knows the Stormers culture. He's been at the Sharks, he knows the Sharks culture. He's learned when he went to Japan as well. So it's good to see it's still early days. We don't want to get carried away when it comes to our attack. It's looking good, but it's still early days. But I must say, what a add-on to the Springbok rugby. It just can grow our game. It makes our game very dangerous. And it would be good for him while he's in South Africa, coach the coaches. Because
100%.
It's something we can always learn. We need to be coachable in a lot of ways. I mean, from personal point of view, as a young coach as well, it's important for me as well. I would like to just have a dinner with him and just to chat a couple of things. But Springbok rugby is looking good, especially when it comes to attack. We got a balance now. Our DNA is physicality.
100%.
Oor mense, dear mense. And to see the physicality connected with a little bit of attack and a bit of Flannery's defense makes us very dangerous.
No, we were extremely dangerous. The fact that they had to sit and we got around them many a times. That's why we got the penalties, because they were just in trouble. I actually thought the box at stages we could have been leading by 30 points. That is how dominant I thought we were.
It never felt like we were going to lose that game.
100%. Obviously, the end, when we got to that last 10 minutes, there was nerves. Ruckers, we cannot deny it. The game was way closer than what it's supposed to be. And then lucky for us, Zemlou at 2.
A bloopy.
Ate a bloopy.
A bloopy that in the last 3 minutes, ate a bloopy.
If he left that ball, I think that ball will still be rolling in Pretoria somewhere.
They got a middle scrum, 5 points behind, and so that opportunity. But yeah, there was crucial moments. I mean, the try, actually, the disallowed try he scored, that could have been a different story, okay? And also, when Doros got held up over the line with Salman Mourad, if they got that one, it would have been a different story.
And then the one that he threw in quickly, and then Chesley scored. Big moments, buddy.
Grab opportunity, the pocket.
But quickly before we move on to the fixtures, I want to talk Ruckers. If you guys are schoolboys or at club level, just watch our Cheslin Colby chases lost causes.
Yeah.
If that should be a
unseen work. He doesn't have to do it, but he do it because
exactly.
The
and the fact he's a superstar, he's a 2-time world champion, but he still does the small detail, the stuff that no one wants to do.
Yeah.
Chase a kick, 50 meters, I klonk pak.
Okay,
hy sê skyline. Hy sê skyline mos. Hy sê skyline, hy loop. So Jesse, enetjie.
Wow.
Well done, boytjie.
I mean, yeah, that moment, okay, what's crucial. I mean, that was pretty much the ticking point of winning it. Also, the scrum.
It was?
Yeah,
the scrum was.
The scrum, the maul. It's a scrum or maul? Which one?
I don't know.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
It looked like a maul, but it was a scrum.
But that was crucial points as well. And I mean, even when you look at France as well, that we charged down Ramos. I mean, if we didn't do that, could have been,
No, that's what I'm saying. It is awesome that what he's done, and I love that a player that has achieved so much is still doing the small things at such a level with such enthusiasm.
Power Ranger.
Power Ranger. And both Power Rangers scored. Both Power Rangers scored.
And there was
Kurtley Arendse with a whoop, whoop, whoop. I think that guy's
Power
still
Rangers.
going like this. He was hypnotized by Kurtley Arendse's
The
hips.
Power Rangers on form. There was
Always.
Power Rangers in Loftus, but outside of Loftus, it was a little
It's morphin' time.
Morphin' time it is, yeah. But yeah, let's get to fixtures, okay?
Let's talk about the game.
What's coming up, okay? Durban this weekend, also at 5 o'clock. It's pretty much a copy and paste. Looking at Ireland, they are struggling a bit. They've got injuries at number 2. Dan Sheehan is not.
That's a massive loss.
And Casey as well.
I think that might help them, Paddy. The fact that Craig Casey's out. I honestly believe, partner, if Conor Murray starts, he might be more effective again. Technically, he's excellent.
Direction, those type of things, yeah.
He's played in big test matches where Casey's an excellent young scrum half. But Conor Murray is tried and tested. Played in 2 or 3 British and Irish Lion tours.
Yes.
He's played at the biggest stage for Ireland. So I think that might help Ireland, definitely with Conor Murray slotting in.
But yeah, they're struggling. They got also like Bandi Aki's also struggling with a little bit of a shoulder.
He was running with the arm for the whole game.
Osborne, the new 15 that made his debut as well. He's made be a 50-50.
What did you think of him?
Hey?
Osborne?
Not good, not bad, in between.
Okay.
So yeah, it's obviously his debut, playing against the world champions, playing against Willie Leroux, that's almost a centurion for Springboks. It's always going to be a tough encounter, but he did well. His basics was unbelievable. Got the island at the right positions at the right time, scored a try on debut. So a lot of positives when it comes to 15, but they don't have the experience yet to take on 990 caps this weekend.
Hey, say it again.
990 caps.
Most experienced Springbok team ever.
Wow.
I thought we could not get any more accolades, and Dr. Rassi hits us with another one.
Another one. 3 more caps than the final. He's in there, yeah. But yeah, so it's going to be an uphill battle for Ireland. Losing 9. Crowley still finding himself. You can't, at this stage, you can't make that mistakes, not getting your 3 points or your 2 points when it comes to off the boot. But we'll have to see what's going to happen this weekend.
And you happy, partner, that Rassi's went with the same team for this weekend?
100%. Stick to what works.
Okay.
I would do exactly the same. Why would you change things, Paige? Why would you want to change things? Okay. These guys need momentum. You need time under your belt. And you always say it like, time under your belt. So while the combinations is there, especially in the center combination, top 30 caps together. Jesse Krill,
well done, boys.
Well done.
Dukes,
congratulations.
Jesse. Congrats, boys.
Popping John and Jack. That is incredible as a combination. Keep building on that. Even 9 and 10 as well. Even 4 and 5 as well. Even 1 to 3 as well.
Okay. Slow down with that. Yeah. Ruckers, sorry.
Okay.
Partner, quickly, Jesse Krill, man of the match last week. Have you been extremely happy with the way he's played? He played excellent against Wales. This past weekend, again, man of the match. As a 13 yourself,
extremely
your
happy.
view on him?
Extremely happy, underrated. He's been incredible. Ever since, for years, he was always be that guy, but now, this past year and a half, ever since just before the Rugby World Cup, having that opportunity, getting that opportunity when got injured at that moment, stepping up and showing the world, listen here, okay, it's my time now. And I think it's his time now. He's been incredible. I mean, looking at the stats, 15 carries, 15 tackles, 200 and something meters, gain line meters. It's fantastic to see how an individual has stepped up. There's obviously names all in around him that makes him unbelievable. You know, Dukesy helping him. That's been around for a very long time. He is now... He's cementing himself. That 12 jersey is cemented on his back.
As a statue in Milnerton.
As
a statue in Malise and Dukes.
So yeah, Jesse, unbelievable, man. He deserves it, I mean, for what he got over
and Paddy is the 13th jersey he's now.
For now, it is him.
Okay.
So it's a lot of pressure onto the 2019 Rugby World Cup finalist,
Lucky.
Ami. Okay?
Yes.
So he's got pressure on him now, but it's going to... Only injury or time will get that jersey back, because he needs... time to get back into the jersey, first of all, playing well for the Sharks, then get an opportunity maybe against Portugal and then he's got to show himself, because the standard has been lifted now.
And from a South African point of view, right? What do you want to see us improve on this weekend?
Yeah.
And how do Ireland beat us?
I think a couple of things that we need to improve on. It's the breakdown, attacking breakdown, if we can get that, because of how we want to play. We've got 4 runners of 9 now, playing the third forward with the options out the back. It's fantastic to see how forwards now got these touches. I haven't seen even it's a bit in Siya Kolisi. They're feeling themselves. They're feeling themselves slowly but surely. But for my son, attacking breakdown, making sure that we're clinical there, don't get Van der Vlier and Doris the opportunity to make a tough at the end there. But yeah, and then just link our kicking game with a little bit of our attack. Because the physicality defense is there, the physicality the ball carries, but we need to make sure that we do get more territory when it's the kicking game. Okay?
You want us to kick more?
Kicking game, balance with it. Okay? So
Damn it. Ruckers, I thought we were happy attacking.
No, we have to get the balance. For us to be unstoppable in the Rugby World Cup, our attack must be good, our defense must be good, and our kicking game must be good. So the first two has been great for us. We just need to make sure we get that on a level. But yeah, I think it's going to be incredible game. Oh, when we're going to be there. We're going to support the boykies.
No, we definitely be there, Ruckers. And I'm actually looking forward to see more ball in hand, more ball in playtime from the Springboks. A little bit less kicking. I think from my side, obviously we've always gone to the box kick. We've always kicked. So that's why I loved watching this past weekend's game. The fact that we went to 4-man lineouts, 5-man lineouts. We had variation within our attack.
It doesn't have to be long kicks. It's attacking kicks.
No, I'm saying it's weird, Ruckers, that he that wanted to run the ball now wants to kick the ball as a coach.
It's attacking kicks. There's a difference.
All right.
It's like a cross kick. But anyway. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. It's a do or die for them, basically.
I don't think they're going to have enough for us, partner. I think we might be better. We definitely will be better this is upcoming weekend. And I'm sorry, I know Ireland, they're passionate and they've been the fans that was at the stadium, phenomenal. But I think the box will be too strong again.
Yeah, 100%. And while we get to too strong, let's go to a strong situation. It's our SuperSportBET picks in the house.
Okay.
Okay, Paige, we're going to go do this quickly, okay? All Blacks England, quickly. Hit me up.
All Blacks at Eden Park, way too strong. I'm going to go All Blacks plus 10.
Yeah, me too. Okay? All Blacks plus 6. Eden Park, that is there. Ellis Park, so plus 6 it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Next game up, Australia versus Wales.
No, Australia plus 8. Australia plus 8. Both teams are struggling, so there's a lot happening in both teams.
I don't know why. I backed Wales last week, but got nothing to show. They got a game in hand, but they got nothing to show. But Australia is building something slowly. Schmidt is building something slowly. So I'm going to also go with you, this week. And I'm going to go say Australia plus 4. Okay, Australia plus 4. It's clean. Okay, let's go to Argentina versus France quickly.
I'm going to back Argentina this weekend. I think emotionally they will up for it at home. I'll go Argentina plus 12 at home.
I wonder if they're going to play that B team against France. But I'm going to go also Argentina. Okay, Buenos Aires plus 8. Plus 8 it is, yeah. And then the big one. Okay, it's the world number 1, king of the world versus the king of Europe. Okay, 5 o'clock. We're going back to back. Okay, a repeat of this, copy and paste. Okay, what is your prediction?
Box by 15, Ruckers. My reason, I know it's a big score, physical score, but if you guys could see their faces after the game, they weren't satisfied with 7 points. I think they still want to prove a point. I'm going to go box plus 15. Go Boca, go Boca.
Let's go. I'm in there as well. I'm going to go box plus 9, a little bit softer. Okay, it's still going to be a close game. I mean, looking at all the stuff that the guys have been saying, coaches have been saying, they're not satisfied. Like you said, they're not satisfied. There's still a lot of work-ons when it comes to attack, defense, and the kicking game. So, let's see what's going to happen.
And that's our SuperSportBET picks. Come on.
Here we go.
Megatron.
And that is...
a cheeky wrap.
A chicken wrap.
Yeah, 1 year anniversary episode.
Yes. But well done. First of all, well done. I mean, we came a long way. It's been a tough 12 months.
Chaotic.
It's been a roller coaster situation.
Chaotic.
But a lot of hard work has went in, especially with everything we do. We've got passion behind it. We had consistency behind it.
Absolutely.
We had drive to get things working, even though there was a lot of challenges. It's not easy. Been a lot of challenges, but yeah, proud of what we've started.
Partner, if this is a Rucker that's for the first time watching this episode, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that if this is your first episode, that you share it with your friends. And if you've been a Rucker from day 1, you still do the same. It's consistency. Okay? It's like waking up in the morning and making your bed. You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay? Like, share, subscribe. Do your thing.
They must do their thing. Okay. And Behind the Ruck, always do their thing. Okay. Behind the Ruck is supported by SuperSportBET in the building. Okay.
Yes.
You know what it is. It's SuperSportBET, new sheriff in town.
Okay. And we dressed by Old School, our official apparel partner.
Matric examen school. Go back to school. Okay. It is what it is.
Let's say goodbye, boy.
How do I say goodbye to what we had for one
Slow down, Craig David.
Hey guys, I'm Juan de Jong.
I'm Rudy Page.
And the Ruck is clear.
Bye-bye.
Let's go.